It's like you get to spend a few minutes with John Candy at an airport in Scranton. And so, yes, I love the character. He's also got some of the funniest lines. And my understanding is he improvised.
Yeah. So John Candy only did 1 day of shooting, and it was as a favor to John Hughes. He was paid scale, which at the time was $400 a day. And they shot for 23 hours straight.
It's a long day.
It's a pretty long day. But they only had John Candy for 1 day. They could only afford 400.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you like Gus Polinski?
I love Gus Polinski. Gus Polinski is probably my favorite character in Home Alone. I feel like Catherine O'Hara, Kate McAllister, I feel like her journey throughout the film is about relying on the kindness of others. And Gus is sitting in this airport lounge. I like the idea of him just inserting himself in the situation to say, you know what? I can probably help this person out.
It's that Christmas spirit.
That season of perpetual hope.
Season of perpetual hope. He is. He's a good character. He is a kind Christmas spirit.
Mm-hmm. So we're introduced to Gus Polinski in Scranton. Kate is making a scene. She's tired. She's dirty. She has been from Paris to Dallas.
To where the hell is she?
I love that the ticket attendant just seems so apologetic that he has to say, you're in Scranton.
He's like, I know.
Where the hell am I?
Scranton.
Also, side note, apparently people think Elvis is in line behind them. The dude with the beard.
Why? Why do people think that's Elvis?
I mean, he kind of looks like Elvis.
I guess.
But if it is Elvis, then he faked his own death, right? Why would you choose to be an extra in a film if you're in hiding?
And not only that, but an extra in a film from a director who just came off making a film about you.
Yeah, he would know.
Who's clearly a huge fan.
Yeah.
You think Chris Columbus doesn't notice that Elvis Presley is in his shot?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't buy that theory.
What were you going to say?
Kate is making a scene and Gus Polinski notices and says, I'm going to take this person off your hands. He really does seem grateful too. You see his face when he's like,
excuse me. Can you excuse us for a second? Can I see you for a second, please? Excuse us.
The attendant is just like, thank you so much. And then, yeah, I love this spiel that he gives. It goes on for like 60 seconds where he's just like,
that's okay. I thought you might have recognized it. Anyways, I had a few hits a few years ago. That's why just polka, 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 polka. No?
It's almost interminable.
Yeah,
considering how frantic Kate is, her tether is so long for this.
Yeah.
Like she's just too gobsmacked to yell in his face.
Yeah. And then like 45 seconds into the conversation after he's like given her all of his hits.
Kiss Me Polka, Polka Twist.
Well, these are songs.
Yeah.
These are songs.
Yeah.
These are songs. Yeah.
Then, he goes into like his actual, who he is. And he really does seem like a guy who's just trying to help somebody out on Christmas, like, oh, you've got to see your kid.
Right. He seems to, that resonates with him. He's like, you got to see your kid on Christmas. And then later when they're in the van, he confides in Kate. He like shares his own experience. He's trying to help make her feel better.
Yeah.
Right?
She's going through that point where she's like, I'm a terrible mother. I'm a terrible, but she's like sitting in a van with no windows.
Right. With just a bunch of polka bums.
How long is that drive from Scranton to Chicago?
I would say 12 hours.
12 hours. And the entire time she's just thinking, I got to get there as fast as I can because my son is home alone.
Right.
And she's just
the clock is ticking every moment in the back of this cold ass van.
Yeah. And you can really feel that she's like, I'm a terrible mother. Like this really means I'm a terrible mother. And then Gus just tries to comfort her.
Well, and he tells her the story about how they left the kid with the corpse, right?
Gus does something similar to Uncle Frank
Is this a joke?
They're on the plane. No. When they're on the plane and Uncle Frank is saying, if it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses. Gus basically does the same thing. And he tells this story about how his son was mentally scarred from his neglect, basically. And I love, too, that she like at the end of it, she's like,
maybe we shouldn't talk about this.
You brought it up. I was just, trying to cheer you up.
Sorry, I didn't.
I love to, he like puts it back on her. He's like, I'm just trying to make you feel better about it, having
gets
left
a
your kid in Chicago.
defensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's different from Frank though, because Frank I think is
Frank doesn't get it.
Yeah, Frank doesn't really understand it and he doesn't really care, but Gus genuinely is trying to make her feel better and he's just bad at it.
Yeah. And I think that's why it's reminding Kate of how bad leaving her kid at home for days is.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't need a reminder of how damaging it can be to a child's psyche to have a parent who's completely irresponsible. But like, what do you think Gus's story is here? Who do you think this guy is?
So they're probably from Kenosha, which is the southernmost county in Wisconsin along the Lake Michigan border. It's like
really flirting with Chicago land.
Yeah, it's like a suburb of Chicago. I'm going to assume he grew up in Kenosha.
You're going to assume he grew up in Kenosha.
Small town.
A real kicker.
Yeah. Graduated from high school.
Do you think he's divorced?
I kind of get the sense that he's a family man. Like when he talks about his family and he talks about his wife, it really does feel like there's a home waiting for him in Kenosha.
They just never know when they're going to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that rock star life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a family man. I think he genuinely does have a family back home. Like he enjoys playing polka. These are his friends from high school. Polka was big in the 70s in Wisconsin and then it took off, you know? And then like he actually did find some semblance of stardom as a polka player. And then I think probably just kept chasing that dream. And now it seems very much like, oh, remember back in the day when you were playing huge polka festivals in Wisconsin.
The glory days.